Okay, here. Oh, my contacts are trash from the dirt yesterday from the windy game. The dust off the field was blowing right into my face the whole time, and my contacts are trashed. My contacts.
I hate that.
Hey everybody, just I got a new computer, and so I just want to make sure the sound's okay. So I'm gonna talk. Jesse, you talk, please,
Hello, hello.
and
Hi
Chad, you
there.
talk.
How's it going?
Okay.
Hello, testing 1 2 3.
Is anybody too loud, too quiet, too anything I need to update, guys? Just out of curiosity.
You sound a little too loud to me,
I
Scott.
sound too loud. I sound too loud to you?
A little.
Yes,
Agreed.
Really?
Just a smidge.
just a
Y-
smidge, but
And you both sound too loud to me.
That's weird.
Well, we'll let the internet decide, shan't we? What the internet thinks. Everybody thinks it's good. Everybody says good.
okay. Then
Like,
in that case, I can just bring my speaker down a little bit.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause that's what I did. I just turned I turned my phones down a little bit. But I need to turn you guys up and the phones down because the problem is that if the input levels lower, the callers come in quieter.
All right.
We're gonna find out tonight. Somebody's got to call in so we can test out the phones. Jesse, you need to call in too, by the way.
Oh, I sure do.
Hi.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I've never done this before.
Somebody call in real quick before pre-show.
We're on
Just
it
call in
after.
just to so I can check the phones. See how somebody sounds. Somebody please call in real quick, really quickly.
808 468
808
7924.
468 7924. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Call in real quick. I just want to. I'll pull you right in. I just want to make sure. Thank you so much, whoever's calling in. Oh, it's El Rojo. Hey, what's up?
Real quick, I just want to. I'll pull you.
I got you saved in my phone, so I'm fast.
Oh, you sound loud. Okay. 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 Let me know, guys. Wait, El Rojo, say hello. Say your name and say where you're from.
Make sure my name is Wesley El Rojo 14 Morris from Taft, California, and you need to make sure you go check the updated results of the
I do.
geocaching podcast.
I do. It's already.
Um,
It's already in the show notes.
Travel bug race. No, I'm talking like
Oh.
I'm just talking. I know I'm not saying you specifically.
I know, but I want to hear.
I'm
Okay.
talking to the listeners.
So is he too loud or is he okay, guys? Just out of curiosity. See how does he sound compared to us? I don't want him. I know he's blowing.
Yeah. How's his level compared to us?
His levels are. I mean, yeah, his levels to me. Hello,
It
somebody.
probably doesn't help. I'm a teacher, and so I'm kind of loud anyway.
No, people are saying it sounds good. All right, all right,
Okay.
all right. Thank you, El Rojo. Yeah, we got the stuff. I appreciate it. Hey, how about that big jump though? Spoiler alert for everybody.
Yeah.
How about that?
Exciting.
Coming out of nowhere. So.
Yep. I'm working on my daughter's travel bug right now, as a matter of fact.
Oh, nice. All right, I gotta start the show. I gotta go.
Enjoy.
I'll talk to you. Bye. I literally almost hit the end broadcast instead of dropping him. I almost hit the wrong button. That's the kind of day it's gonna be today. I almost turned off the show. So welcome everybody. We're talking megas tonight. So so hopefully we'll get a lot of calls tonight talking about megas. Your best experiences and your worst experiences at a mega. Give us a call 808-468-7924. Let us know all about it. We'd love to hear your thoughts on that topic. Because it's not fun just hearing from us. We want to hear from you guys. There we go. All right, here we go. Chad, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, in 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. Come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash. On the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name's Scott Bergs. We have Shorty and it's manning the phones. And please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Jazz427.
Howdy, y'all. We've got a mega experience for you tonight on tonight's show.
Right. Was that right? Yeah. That's
yeah,
right.
I flubbed it a little, but
All right. Tonight's episode 663, recorded live on April 28th, 2021, is the Let's Talk Mega Experiences show. Phone lines are open, so give us a call, 808-468-7924. It's 808-GOT-SWAG. And for our international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. Oh, but Chad, before we got to talk about Patreon, Chad, we talk about this every week. Every week, guys. Every week. Guys, it costs so much money to make the show work. We appreciate it. Anything you can do to help us out would be very much appreciated. You can have two ways to help us out. You can go to PayPal. You can give us a one-time donation, $5, $50. Doesn't matter. It all goes to the bills. You go to paypal.com. Oh, no, I'm lying. It's paypal.me. That's PAYPAL.me/the Geocaching Podcast. Or, Chad, you become a patron of our show. Patrons. Much like Vicious Girl out of Portland, Oregon, Chad, knuckling up platinum. She wanted that. She wanted that coin. The handful of coins that are left, she wanted one. So she's getting one out of the box behind me, right there from the box. She's getting
like, is she a cat vicious girl, or
I don't know? She's just
what kind of vicious girl is she?
She's a geocaching vicious girl.
Okay.
Patrons get extra audio, extra video only available to our patron members. They get patron only shows. They get dirt cheap stuff in our store. They get path tags and stickers and coins. What's left of the patron only coins? Only a handful left. So if you want to become a patron, Chad, it's really easy to do. You just join to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachely. Cachely is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachely has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachely.com. That's CACHLY.com.
And it's also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine Right in the Rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future. Geared towards the hybrid weather, go cache that do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Megon soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL, geocaching.com.
And by Art Ed Crafted. Art Ed Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL, if you have an idea for a shirt design and you cannot find it, you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom designs. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And finally, by pattags.com. For all your swag and pattag needs, visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pattags. With over 42,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pattag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And as always, Chad, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or
in our show notes.
So, Chad.
You know, I look a bit more red here without my light on.
You do,
and I can't put my light on because my eyes are dilated because I saw they went to see the eye doctor today. If I put the light on, my eyes are going to be like, ugh.
So, Chad, I got an interesting email. Sorry, let me put this out. So I got an interesting email from Data Wrangler earlier in the week. For anybody who doesn't know, I spent a lot of the first half of COVID quarantine Well, let me backtrack even a little more. Our 600 show.
Hmm.
Okay, we had all the old hosts on the show. Remember, Chad? Remember that?
Yep.
Long time ago. And we had X-Punk X on the show, who originated this podcast. And I was saying to him how we were missing about 300 or 400 of episodes. No, about 300 of the first 300 shows.
Right.
Because Andy, there was a crash, and Andy lost a lot of the shows. And X-Punk was like, "Hey, I think I got a bunch of those." I'm like, "OMG!" So I hounded him for him. I hounded him, and finally he sent them. And so I spent a good part of the quarantine updating. They're on our site right now. You go to geocachingpodcast.com, and you type in episode 6. It's there. They're all there,
Awesome.
and there's some crazy episodes in there, man. So anyway, point being, there was some spotty spots in there, for lack of a better term. That's the official term. There was some empty spots, and so Data Wrangler shot me an email, and he's like, "Hey, I found an old hard drive. I got episodes 2 through 136 on there, downloaded to the hard drive." He's like, "Are you missing any?" And I looked. I'm like, "I was missing 3 from that time period." We'll never find one. One's gone. He didn't have one. Xbox X didn't have episode 1, but so we started 2. But he did have 3 of them that I needed. So he slowly closed the gap a little more. I'm a little closer to getting all of the archived. I still have,
Awesome.
probably 70 episodes that aren't. Other than that, though, our entire backlog of how many years have we been doing this show? Not just me. I mean, the whole show. 2007, 13 years of backlog.
It's been a long time.
So yeah, so thank you, Data Wrangler, so much. He's an awesome guy. Just said, "Hey man, I'll be happy to send them to you." And he sent me those 3 episodes, which I immediately popped up on the site.
I'm gonna have to go listen to the ones before around episode 300 or so.
Oh, dude, they're
So
great.
pick
I
up.
listened to a lot of them just because when I was archiving, when I was doing them, I was listening to a lot of them. A lot of them are brutal, the early ones, but there's some good ones in there too. There are some good ones. That's because they were using TalkShoe, and TalkShoe wasn't very good in terms of audio quality. And so, but it's funny to hear young Daryl, young Daryl W4. It's kind of fun. So thank you to Data Wrangler, dude. You're awesome. We appreciate it so much. Thank you for helping us with our archives. Appreciate it very much, because that was a little pet project of mine during quarantine. And I think I mentioned it a lot last year around this time, or somewhere around this time that I was near completing it. We're coming up to El Rojo. Jesse, how many racers do we have in our listener race? How many listener racers do we now have?
I counted them about 2 hours ago,
Uh-huh.
and there were 87 racers.
87 racers, Chad.
And it's not too late.
No, you can still join. You want to join. Absolutely. Just go to the website. Jess, you have that GC on you? The website GC? No, you don't. At the ready.
Not at the
I know,
ready.
I sprung it at you. I know it's not fair.
It should have been in the show notes.
I know it should. I need to put it in the show notes and just leave it there. So week after week it'll be.
Right.
But I did. Well, I shouldn't say I did. Jesse.
El Rojo's going to put it in the chat room in like 5 seconds.
Jesse and I were sitting at a baseball game, and so we were looking at this week's stats. Remember how last week, Chad, we were saying how Leaping Jackalopes had a hefty lead,
Right,
on Bugsy? Yeah, like over 1,000 miles. Well, Blaze On comes from out of nowhere with 53, almost 5,400 miles in 1 week.
awesome.
Where did someone grab this thing? 5,400 miles. First of all, Leaping Jackalopes didn't even move. Bugsy did. Bugsy made a nice little. Bugsy made almost 1,000 miles. Almost 1,000. Oh no, over 1,000.
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000 miles. So it's a 3-way race right now, and Blaze On is. I don't know who Blaze On. I don't know whose that is, but you're doing pretty good. Oh, Ryan Semmel's releasing his at Mingo. How about that?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, Dana Ward, you all convinced me to enter the race last week after I called in. The best thing about this race is some could be completely in the lead and running away with it, and then it goes missing and it's gone forever.
Mhm.
That's
All it takes is one big vacation.
all it
And
takes is just one COVID kid who puts it in his backpack and forgets about it. You know what? Your racing days are over. So you never know, guys. You never know. So
Well, I got
Yeah.
lucky
are
because
you on the board, Chad? I didn't even look. Are you on the board?
I am on the board. I
Team
am
on the board?
I am officially one position or two positions out of last place.
2 positions.
So for out of the 48 that have miles on them, I've got the second least amount with 4.2 miles.
Is yours called the Christmas Pickle Key?
Yes.
Christmas Pickle Key. That's the name of it.
Yeah, because it's a Christmas pickle with a key to the city of I think Calgary. Yeah, I believe it's
Christmas Pickle Key is going to get stolen, is what's going to happen. That's what's going to be. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, Joey thinks I think the race is going to be won by a late entry. I totally agree. Yeah, absolutely. You get one in there, and it's just there it goes. So that's the update on the listener one. Is there any updates on the host race between the three of us? Have we moved at all? I don't think I've moved. I've not moved at all.
so all three of ours are still together, as far as I can tell.
Are they really? Come on, man! You gotta say.
Oh man, Blaze On has a signal the frog attached to it, so it's like how is that thing still hasn't been stolen? yet?
Stolen. Yeah. Turtle Lady says my trackable's still sitting in the drop cache. Yeah, that's what happens,
Oh.
man. That's what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, but slow and steady, right?
That's
And
right.
we learned that. Mine went the wrong way and ended up in California first, and then Scott's went dormant for
Yep.
how long? And then
Snuck in the back door.
there it was.
Hey
You
now.
never know.
You never know. That's right.
So looks like someone from Philly took it on Blaze On to a trip out west,
Oh,
and then it went back to Philly.
no, nice.
So that's how it packed on the
That's
miles.
how back on that. That'll do it. Yeah, absolutely. That will do it. Yeah, trip across country, back and forth. All right, guys. All right. So tonight's episode, let's talk mega experiences, Chad. Guys, give us a call, 808-468-7924. I want to hear your experiences at megas, good or bad. Preferably bad. Bad ones are always the fun ones. But I don't care. Good or bad, let's hear them. I'm gonna start. So Chad, I've been to 13. I actually had to do the math. 13 megas, 1 giga is what I've been to.
Mhm.
How many you been to before we get started here?
13 megas, 1 giga, and 2 block parties.
Jesse Brown, what about you?
13 megas and 1 giga. How have we
Wow.
all been to 13 megas?
I know,
That's
I don't know.
that.
And Scott's been to a bunch that I didn't go
I know.
to.
How
I've been
have
to
you
a bunch
been
that he didn't
13?
go
Yeah,
to.
like
Right.
I cashed for years before I met you.
Yeah, but I went out to Midwest
Yeah.
Geobash for several years.
Yeah,
without
I
you.
didn't go. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, you day tripped for years out there without me. Yeah.
And I think the only one that we cross on is the Geo Woodstock that went giga. So
Yes.
and you've been to other Geo Woodstocks. You've been to Geo Coin Fest.
Yes.
And I've been to multiple Geo Woodstocks and a Geo Coin Fest. Let's see, Jesse. Let's see, you've been to other Geo Woodstocks.
Yeah.
and,
And
Right.
Geo and Coin Fest.
and Geo Coin Fest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
It's weird.
Just not the
it's
same
amazing
ones
we
at the
haven't-
same time.
We've never
exactly.
crossed. Yeah, we never crossed paths. All right, so I'll start. So here's the stat. I've been to the West Bend Mega 10 times.
Wow.
10 times. Wow.
10. And Jessie said it best in her notes. Jessie, were you? I know I'm going to ask you to. Will you read what
Mhm.
you wrote about West Bend? Because
This is my yep.
your take. Yeah, do it, please.
This is my description of West Bend. The West Bend Cash Bash. It's like going back to a small town over and over. It's boring, yet it's familiar and comforting. And we continue to go year after year.
Yes, it's a fun. You got some gnats around you, Jess. What? Yeah. So one of the nice things about West Bend, and it's in a tiny little town, but I've been going there for 10 years. I know the town, Chad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I
I get it.
this small little town in Wisconsin. I know my way around. I know where I know when I'm getting close to it. I know, I know where things are in the town. So it's funny to go there so many times. And Jesse's been
Yeah.
there. Jesse, how many have you gone to? How many West Bends have you been to?
Probably five, maybe. I could count my coins up here because I get a coin every year.
Yeah,
I
you
think
get a
I've been
point
to
every
five.
5.
Yeah, and the thing that I love about Midwest, I'm sorry, West Bend,
West Bend.
is that it is the same thing every year, and
Yes.
so it's the same thing, but it's different because every year they put out like 60 or 70 caches as their official caches, and then you get a passport, and you have to go around and try to get as many as you can,
Mhm.
and you stamp your passport from each cache that you find that are part of this, and then you turn in your stamps and you get extra tickets for their drawings because they actually have a cache drawing that they give away, and you can earn more tickets by participating in more of the events.
She means cash.
So
She means cash money, by the way. You
yes,
said cash.
cash money.
Yeah.
It is the cash bash, cash money. So,
CASH bash.
right. So yeah, I mean, even though like it's like a small town, it's not like extravagant, but it's predictable, and so you know what you're getting into when you go year after year. You can plan out your weekend. Like we do, event caches one day, and then because it is the self-proclaimed geocaching capital of the Midwest, and there are like over 1,000 caches within a 3-mile radius.
Oh, it's insane.
It's numbers.
Yeah, you
So you go out and you do a few power trails the next day, and so you have one like hiking day, one numbers day, socializing at the event. It's like it's everything all in one.
And what's nice is they always, like Jesse said, they always put out at least 60 caches, but they also put out a power trail, at least 100 cache
Right.
power trail that you can do. So every year there's a new power trail to do, so you're guaranteed to, if you go, you're guaranteed to get 100 because you're at least 100 because you're guaranteed you're going to go do that power trail, so.
Right.
So it's kind of nice. It's definitely it's a numbers mega. No, let's not
Yes.
let's not
Right.
mince words here. It is a numbers mega. The goal is to go out and cash. They push you away. They go cash, go away. Like
Oh,
go
yeah.
Right.
and then come back, but go cash. Like they want you out there. So whereas with Midwest Geobash, a little different story. It's more of a mingling. It's more of a let's talk, let's have fun, let's hang out kind of. Oh, we'll get there. Hold on. So
We'll get to that.
so my first mega was West Bend. I went with Walt, my buddy Walt Grogan. We were hosts of the Chicago Geocacher podcast. We went up, we day tripped it, and it I think it was 2010 if I remember correctly, and it blew me away. I'd never been to a mega before. I've been to a handful of events. Chad totally blew me away. I didn't know what to expect, obviously, and I mean people were everywhere, and and cashiers everywhere, and I'd never seen that before, and all these, just all of these all these, vendors and all that. I couldn't believe, I was
And
crazy.
and the
And
businesses put welcome geocachers up on their marquees and stuff. They welcome you there for sure.
oh yeah, it's crazy. Like you just don't see something like that usually. So well, actually you do, but for somebody like me who really hasn't never saw it before, I was surprised by it. So that was my first mega, Chad. What was your first mega? Let me hear your first mega.
My first mega was the Texas Challenge, the 10th annual Texas Challenge in 2012, which was at Ray Roberts Lake, north of the Dallas Fort Worth area. It's like, and it was wow, what an experience! It was a combination of teamwork and competition built into one, with
Mhm.
hundreds of cachers, and this is all about caching. So, and you don't have to participate in the competition, but the competition is fun. So sometimes you can just sit there and go caching out and around the area. Every year they're taking you to a new part of Texas, a new area within Texas to go caching in. So you're never kind of stuck in one area. There are basically 5 Texas. They kind of for geocaching they break it up into 5 different regions, and then
Mhm.
they have a 6th region which they call others. So people from out of state and stuff they can join up in the other group, and but they all compete against each other where the teams actually go out and they're trying to find the caches and get the stamps and everything within a 4 hour window. And you got to be back within that 4 hour window. If you're not back within that 4 hour window, you start getting penalized points. Really.
Right.
And they wind up doing an averaging of it as well. So a team with 60 doesn't overwhelm a team with 20 cachers, for example. So part of the problem that I've seen there. Well, I'm not going to get into that because that's just talking about the complications of the actual challenge itself. But it was a great experience, even though it was rainy and miserable outside when we're caching. It was still a great and wonderful experience, and it was like I've got to do this every year. And I wound up doing the Texas Challenge for 4 years straight. And then I moved to California. If it wasn't for that, I would have done 10 of them by now. So.
Oh, there you go. See, you would have been like me. There you go. Jess, what was your first one? Your first mega?
My first mega was Geo Woodstock when it was in St. Charles near St. Louis.
Oh yeah, near St. Louis.
It was in St. Charles, outside of St. Louis. That was my first one, and I had absolutely no idea what to expect. It was completely overwhelming for me. There was so much going on. There were all these side events happening. This was back, when you could still have a CETO stacked with the events, and there were so many people there. And they had all the caches there. They had like gadget caches there on site where the mega was. And, those take a little while for you to get into. And so, of course, there were lines at every cache, and like, it was, I just didn't know what to expect. I had a great time. We ended up that day getting 13 icons, which was my first and probably my only 13 icon day. So that was really exciting to be able to do that between the mega, an event, a CETO, I think there was a benchmark there, and like all the other cache types. So that was really cool.
You're counting benchmarks as an icon.
We did, because it.
Okay.
Wait, was it a I can't remember, Scott. Do you? There was a benchmark there.
I'd have to go back and look.
I'm pretty sure there was, because I think it was like part of a puzzle. But that was back in 2013.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really difficult back then.
Right.
Still difficult.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Still
difficult.
You're right. It's still difficult, but it was even more difficult back then.
The 10 icon day is difficult. That's hard to do. Come on, let's tie us up short. Shorty knits. All right, we got a caller. We got Virginia. Hello, Virginia.
Hey,
Snap.
how y'all doing?
Snap. Is that your cache name?
That is my name. Yes.
That's fantastic. That's a great name. Well done. I hear.
So, like you guys, I've been to 10 megas in the same giga, and I have to say, when I first went to the one near Virginia Beach, it was geocaching Hampton Roads, like 12, and it was pretty impressive. But it was there for like 3 to 4 years, and the fourth year it was hard to go down there on Labor Day towards Virginia Beach. It became too much.
Mm-hmm.
But we already got all the good high target caches. But when I got my first 2 or 3 Geo Woodstocks, those were just giant, man. Huge. So
yeah. What was your best mega? What was your favorite one?
My favorite had to be the Geo Woodstock in Maryland right now.
The Geo Woodstock, yeah. Which one? The Giga? The Giga one?
No, it was the one in Maryland, the Geo Woodstock 13.
13. Which one did we go, Jess? 14 or 12?
I think we went to 12.
12. Oh, okay.
The first, the first one was 12.
Did you go to the Giga? You went to the Giga, right?
I did as well, yes.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun too. They had beer there.
See, here's a funny thing about the Giga, and I may be speaking out of turn here because it was the Giga. We first of all, let me preface this by saying we totally flash mobbed the Giga. I was there for an hour and a half. I drove 8 hours for an hour and a half, and then drove 8 hours back purely for the icon. I am an icon whore. I'll admit it, and I went for the icon. I drove 8 hours for an icon. And yes, I was there. I have proof. I have pictures with Sonny and Sandy. If you don't believe me, I have pictures of me there. I was there.
Oh
And-
yeah.
And
If I didn't see a picture with that Daryl took with him,
yeah,
I would have said, yeah, he wasn't here.
I was actually there.
I know exactly what you say. I did that. I went to the one in Massachusetts just for the icon that one year. It was a long drive. Spent like half hour there and left.
But like my worst mega was the Giga. That was my worst experience at an event. And because I'm saying this because like we went and Jesse ordered stuff. Jesse ordered the shirt and the whole 9 yards. You know, like Jesse, I usually don't order much. I'm not a big, swag person. Jesse gets everything. She gets the whole thing. And so she gets the coin, the path tag, the whole 9 yards. And so we stood in line forever to get the swag. Like it was so unorganized. And I know it was the first day. It's a Giga. I get it. I'm not judging them in any way. Don't misinterpret me. I get it. You know how hard that stuff is. But it was just frustrating because we were trying to get home. We had to get home to a baseball game. So we were trying to get home, and like we were waiting and just continuously.
That's where we went the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that, it's when they do when the big ones, they typically do it multiple nights on getting your stuff, and you can go at one of the non actual Giga times or mega times and go and get it, and that's the best time to go get it because you don't have a line, or if the line is almost non-existent at that point. So I'm gonna put that on you.
No, as I said, I'm not putting it on them. I'm just saying that if you're looking at that was my worst experience because like
just your worst experience, not because of the Giga itself, but because of your that small.
I had to wait. Yeah, I had to wait, and I didn't think at that time. I think it was the first day. I'd have to ask Jesse, but I think it was the first day, and they just did not have their ducks in a row in any way, shape, or form. So hey, Jess. Jess, I'm talking about the Giga when you were waiting on stuff. Was that literally the first day when they didn't have their ducks in a row and it was all crazy? And
I believe so. I think it was like when they were late opening, just trying to get stuff organized and everything. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, we picked ours up on the first day that they did it. But they had an early one, and so it wasn't the day of the event. They had an early one, and we had no line.
Really?
Yeah, same with me. No line. Like I said, then we all went to the toga party and stood in that soccer stadium or wherever it was, and it was a big event. It was almost another mega right there.
Yeah, I was there for an hour and a half. That's we were literally there for an hour and a half. Also,
what I wanted to stress on is when you go to like a Geo Woodstock, you get to see the geocaching celebrities, which is always cool. Like my first year, I went to Geo Woodstock. Ed Hardhat had all the equipment set up, and he was actually doing the podcast right there in the middle of the whole thing.
Yeah. Me and Walt used to do that on the main stage at West Bend, Regner Park, for the Chicago Geocaching podcast. We did it live for years on the main stage. That's a lot of fun to do.
I remember.
Look at Lisa and all them. It's pretty cool.
Have you met Joshua?
You guys never sit in the booth, so I never met you. You guys always cash.
I go cashing.
We were supposed to do a show.
We were gonna do a show last year at Midwest Geobash live in the on the main stage, and that got canceled. And then we were gonna have a booth at the whatchamacallit, the block party, and that got canceled as well. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah. So maybe next year we'll see. But hey, buddy, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it very much.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
And wait, Virginia.
Okay.
Wait, Jesse, Virginia, wasn't that where the Andy Griffith? Georgetown is? Isn't that Virginia?
No,
No,
No, that's in North Carolina.
That's
North Carolina, just over the border. In
Mount Airy, North Carolina.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've been to Virginia. I've cashed Virginia.
Yes, that was
Jesse,
the
wasn't
same
that
trip.
mountain? Wasn't that when we cashed?
We're the Waltons.
We climbed up that huge mountain. That
Yes,
huge.
that
Yes.
was in Virginia on the Appalachian
Yeah.
Trail. Mhm.
Yes, that beautiful picture we have.
It's beautiful there. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, fantastic place,
It's
Virginia. It's
a big
beautiful.
state.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You know, people are shocked when they find that Virginia stretches out past Detroit.
Yes, very, very, very pretty. So thank you for calling in, buddy. We appreciate it very much.
All right, thank you. Take
We'll
care.
talk to you soon. Bye bye. Hey, Chad,
Mhm.
we got a whole slew of new callers here.
Wow. We're not going to get through our stuff.
That's all right. Hey, no, that's fine.
I like
don't
when that happens.
I don't like tearing myself out. We have got Utah. Is that the Goblin Camper? Is that what that is?
Yes, it's Goblin Camper 2004.
That's a fantastic name, dude. My name stinks, dude. My name is horrible. My catching name. Goblin Camper is amazing. So what's up, buddy?
Yes.
What can I do for you?
I just wanted to let you know that the first mega event that we ever went to was GeoCoinFest 2009 in Salt Lake City. And what made it fun was doing there was what they called the Trax Cash Challenge, where you ride the Trax train there in downtown Salt Lake
Yeah.
to 5 different track stations. And when you're doing that, you fill out like this passport thing for the different stations. They had 5 different caches that you stamped the passport, and when you turned it in, you actually got submitted to win a GeoCoin there at the
Wow.
event, and we actually won one of the 20 coins there.
Wow. Nice. Well done.
It was our first event, and it was a fun event.
That's fantastic. And so, wait, and this
And
one,
we've been.
where was this at? Which one? Which one was this?
It was GeoCoinFest 2009 in Salt Lake.
Okay, in Salt Lake, right.
The very first and only mega event that's ever been in Utah.
Is it really? Is it really? I want to go. For the record,
Yep.
I want to go to Utah. I keep telling my wife over and over.
Utah's a wonderful place to go caching and whatnot. We've been to 3 other mega events after that. We went to the second Earth Cache mega event. Well, actually, no. The second international Earth Cache event was actually here in St. George, Utah, and we went to that one. And then we also went to GeoCoinFest 13 in Las Vegas. And then we also went to Geo Woodstock 14 in Denver.
Oh, the 14.
So we've been to 4 different mega events.
Nice. Wow.
We're actually planning on making it to Mingo Madness, an event there in Colby, Kansas next month.
Oh, you're gonna go to Mingo? Nice. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not cold. Could still be cold there. It's cold.
Hopefully it's not
It's
cold.
cold. It's cold today. It's 50 degrees there in the Midwest today. It's cold today. Yeah. Wow.
Man,
All right. That's awesome, buddy.
Okay.
Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it. Good. I love hearing your story. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. All right.
My
Take care.
pool's
All right.
about up to
Bye-bye.
swimming temps.
Bye.
What'd you say, Chad?
I said my pool's about up to swimming temps already.
Your pool is up swimming times. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Chad.
I'm going to be swimming this weekend.
Okay, so Midwest Geobash, Chad. Midwest Geobash,
Mhm.
you've never been to. Personally, one of my favorites. It's one Jesse had to talk me into going. I hesitated every year just because it's in Ohio. And I didn't feel like that. I'm not a big day trip, 5-hour drive for a day trip, and then 6 hours. It's like a 5-6 hour drive, isn't it, Jess? Right?
No, it's
Jesse
like
loves.
four-
Jesse will day trip all day.
4.5. Oh,
Jesse
absolutely.
will do that all day.
Absolutely.
And to me, it's like, and then the cash for like 3 hours, and then 5-hour drive back. So I convinced her to go for the weekend. That's how I went, because she convinced me I'll go for the weekend, and we had a great time. Again, Midwest Geobash. Jesse's gonna be mad because there's a phone call coming in, and I know she's gonna want to talk about this, but it's one of those. It's the kind of event where you mingle. It's not a go
Right.
cash. It's a let's hang and let's have some fun together. Let's chill and talk. And I wasn't expecting that. It's quite the opposite of West Bend, where it was just this awesome place where people get together and they hang out and they go cash. We did caching, but because there's caches right where it is, and there's a whole nightlife thing at night. There's a whole bar scene at night on the grounds. They turn it into a nightclub, and it's great.
Mm.
So we went for the weekend, had a great time, and it's a really nice mega. I actually had a great time at it. And what's nice about it is that you go, so people camp there. It's a big camping one as well. So I think this year we're going to do that. This year we're going to camp this year. Or just anything you want to add for Midwest, by the way.
Midwest, I think
you're going to be upset because a phone call came in when as soon as you start talking about West.
No,
Bend.
that's good.
I'm sorry.
Midwest is one of my favorites because it is totally social. It's on a huge fairgrounds. They put out new caches for it every year, and the caches are always, the event is themed, and the caches are always very creative and go along with the theme of the event. And so like one year there was like a Back to the Future one that opened up, like the DeLorean, and I'm trying to remember some of the other ones that were really cool. But the Sword in the Stone, that was like the what do you call those? The monkey caches that you have to work its way out, right? That was like the Sword in the Stone one. Wasn't that one there? I think so.
When I was there? I don't know.
I'm trying to remember.
What was it when I was? What was the theme? I can't remember what the theme was when we were there.
I don't remember.
I really don't.
But yeah, I mean, like one year was a circus theme. One year was like I can't remember them all. But it's really fun, and it's social. It's all just social. I mean, you go and cache, but you cache the fairgrounds, and everybody goes in groups, and it's always really fun. I feel like it gets bigger and bigger every year. They're always like adding more events to it and things like that, and it's just a lot of fun. And it's even the kind of thing you don't have to go for the entire 3 or 4 days or for the whole weekend and camp and all that. But if you do and you stay on site, you can participate in like the bonfire at night, and other kind of side events that go along with it. So it's a lot of fun.
Good one. Thank you, Jesse. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. We had a great time. I told Jesse at the end of the weekend, I'm like, I shockingly had a fantastic time. I was not expecting to have as good a time as I did. So I look forward to going back. I was sad I couldn't go this year. I was sad. Or last year, rather.
Last year, yeah.
So I look forward to it.
Yeah, I had been telling him for years. It's a fantastic time. You should come.
Chad, what about you? Give me your next story.
The next one is so we're still in 2012. My second mega was going ape, plus also the block party the day before. So Seattle is basically where I fell in love with gadget caches. I mean, I had done a few gadget caches before that, but they were not up to the level of what we saw out in Seattle and even in Portland, Oregon, with the Doctor Who one. But Goblin Dust has great gadget caches out there. Bounce hadn't started at that time, but just some awesome gadget caches out there in the Seattle area, and lots of great puzzles. I got my first 10 icon day on this one, 11 if you count benchmarks. So most of the challenges don't count benchmarks for the icon. So, and if you count Munsies, I had more. And if you count,
Munsie's a different game, dude. Come on, these
if you count
game.
What's that other one that Groundspeak acquired? Waymarks.
Waymarking.
And if you count Waymarks, that's another one that I had there as well.
Waymarks?
Yeah, so I had really 13 different.
Yeah, but Waymark's an icon. Benchmark's an icon.
Right. Benchmark is not an icon.
Okay.
It's not on the official icon. Okay.
It used to be.
It used to be on the list.
Okay.
Is it off the list now?
It's been off the list for a long time.
I don't.
So and that's why it's not.
For the record,
most of the gadget
when we did the icons in one day, it was on the list.
Right. That was why we counted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
stupid time going and changing things. Damn them. Sorry. Anything else, Chad, or should I take a phone call?
Go ahead and take a phone call.
Oh, thanks. All right, we're gonna bring in. We got California GSM times 2. Hello, sir. GSM times 2.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing fantastic.
Good.
Doing fantastic.
Good.
So, kind of the best and the worst were the same place.
Oh,
At
nice.
Gigastock.
Gigastock. See, oh,
Gig-
Gigastock. There you go. All right.
Okay, so in Gigastock,
Oh, you got Scott.
so I was working with Jesse a little bit and doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and suddenly he said, "Hey, would you mind being answering these questions on Facebook because we're like 3 weeks behind?" And I said, "Sure." And suddenly I became the information officer for Gigastock, and 3 times a day for a couple hours each day, I was out there giving answers and answering questions and trying to do a whole bunch of things. And that was fantastic. When I went to Gigastock, I took off GSM times 2 because nobody knew is that, and put on Scott Miller, and had seems like hundreds of people just come up. "You're Scott Miller. Thank you very much for everything you did." And that was fabulous.
Right.
Then the actual day, I got like sensory overload or something went on. There was just so much going on, and there were a lot of things happening in the background that other people weren't seeing. And I suddenly felt like the mother at the wedding, where I was aware of all the little tiny things that weren't going right. And at one point, I just like, "Oh, heck with this, I'm leaving." And so I started walking to my car. And as I did, I would just smile and say, "Well, how's it going?" And they're like, "Oh my God, this is such fabulous. This is great." And "Okay, how's it going?" "Oh, fabulous. It's great." And one after another person just lifted up my spirits. And I'm like, "Okay, this is not as bad as it looks from my perspective."
Right.
And I'm going back in.
Right.
So that was kind of my best and worst experience. Although I will have to say, going caching is an amazing, and everybody should go there at least once. It's
That's
just
what
incredible.
I hear. That's what people tell us. Yeah. Problem is,
Yeah.
it's in October.
So
That's the problem.
yeah, thank you for letting me spit out a little bit there.
All right. Thank you, sir. Good. We appreciate it.
You-
Thanks
you-
for calling.
You guys have a great day.
Be well. Be
All
safe.
Bye-bye.
So, yeah, I've never been. I know Chad's been to going caching. So, Jesse, before Chad gets into that, Jesse, it's your turn. Do you have anything left to talk about when it comes to Magus?
Well, yeah, in 2015 we took a trip out to Nebraska for
To Nebraska.
GeoCoin Fest.
Nebraska.
That is the one and only GeoCoin Fest that we've been to,
Nebraska.
and we made a stop at Mingo on the way, or
We
yeah.
did. Oh, yeah.
Um,
Way home.
on the way home. Yeah,
After,
at some point.
no. Wait, I can't
I
remember.
don't know. At some point, I can't remember the route we took. At some
Carolina?
point during that trip, we went to Mingo. But interestingly, it was at where was it? It was like at an Air and Space Museum, right? Wasn't it?
Yes.
And so it was the only mega event that I've ever been to that was actually indoors. Is this
Yeah.
common for GeoCoin Fest, or are they usually
Yes.
outdoors? They're
They're
usually
usually-
indoors.
No, it was on a boat one year, wasn't it? On a boat in California?
Well, it's indoors on a boat. So, but
Oh.
yeah, it's typically indoors because
The weather.
and you're setting up a bunch of tables and stuff for people to show, trade, buy, sell geocoins. And so I went to the one in Houston. So in what was that? That was 2014 GeoCoin Fest Space City. And for me personally, it was probably the most boring one ever. And I love geocoins. I love seeing geocoins. I love buying geocoins. Probably spent too much on geocoins at that event. But if you're, it's not the chill geocaching talk. It is talking about nothing but geocoins. and people aren't going out and going caching very much, other than the lab caches, which, Houston Control did a great job putting out those live caches. By the way, they were awesome. They were all space related. You're going around NASA. You're going around different sites there, like Saturn V rockets, and you're learning about stuff and space, about the NASA's space missions and things like that. And all that was great, but I had already cashed out all the cool caches in the area. So, I'm not coming to a place in at least finding a bunch of cool caches. I didn't have a group to go focus on going caching with there like I did at other events. I think I would enjoy a GeoCoin Fest in not my home city much better than one in my home city, because for me it was an hour and a half drive across Houston down to Clear Lake to go look at coins all day. And I love looking at coins, but for me that's an event. That's not a mega.
Yeah.
So
No, but
Yeah, I get that.
500 people there. It's a mega. I mean, come on.
well, for other people, and they definitely loved it. I mean, I know people that go to GeoCoin Fest every single year, and they don't do much caching when they do it.
No, we didn't.
When I go to a mega, I love to go caching, and I love to go find out what are the cool caches in that area, those type of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would love West Bend. I don't know if you'd love Midwest, but you'd love West Bend.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
For us, for GeoCoin Fest, we were on very limited time. I think we were at the actual event for 2 to 3 hours, maybe. That was where I found my first traveling cache. That was really cool. Do you remember that one, Scott?
Yeah, well, Joshua
And
filmed it. We have
Joshua
video
was
of it.
there. Joshua made a video.
It's on a Joshua video from I don't know 100
The
years.
It
core
was
of discovery.
2015.
No,
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 it wasn't
no,
the
it
core of
was-
Discovery.
It was a stick.
It was a hiking stick that was trackable.
Okay.
The hiking stick, had
Yeah.
a tag on it that was trackable, and hidden somewhere in the stick was a traveling cache.
It was an interesting one. Yeah.
Okay,
It was really
that's
cool. Yeah, it
And
was neat.
and Joshua has video of it. Probably or look in Joshua's archives from around 2015.
It was in 2015.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find us on the
Yeah.
video with Joshua a long time ago. Yeah, that was an interesting trip. It was nice. I thought it was nice. I thought it was a nice
Yeah,
GeoCoin.
it was a nice event.
I'm not a huge coin fan. I know Jesse is. Jesse's way more than
I
me.
am, but I wasn't really at that point. Like I was kind of just starting to get into them. So like it was, for me at that point, it was fun to look at them, but I wasn't really into them at that time. I was really more there like to go to the mega and cash our road trip. And that's one thing that I love about going to megas is, for most people, you're traveling, right? I mean, and so you see places and things that you wouldn't normally see, and you get to cache in areas that you wouldn't normally cache. So one of my favorite parts of planning a trip to a mega is the road trip portion of it, or the the local caching of it in that area that's so different from back home.
Right.
That GeoCoin Fest. That's the night before there was an event for that, and that's the place where Joshua and I ate. We ate bull testicles.
Mm.
Did you ever have bull testicles?
Rocky Mountain oysters, yeah.
Yeah, tasty. Yeah, and I actually got a path tag for it. It's up there somewhere. I actually have I had a bowl balls or something like that. That's legit. That's what it says. I'm not like swearing.
I know. I was there. No, I know.
I got a path tag. I went, Jed, for the
I
record.
remember.
I wouldn't have eaten it if I didn't get a path tag.
Yeah. When I was at Geo Woodstock, actually, we flew into Oklahoma because we wanted to get some stuff in Oklahoma, and we're driving down, and we went to, was it Clay Atkins or one of the country stars has a restaurant there, and we went to their restaurant, and they had something on the menu I didn't recognize, and I asked them what it was, and it was bull testicles, but it wasn't called Rocky Mountain oysters. I can't remember what they called it. And it's like, yeah, I've had those before. I'm gonna pass. Sorry.
No, they weren't bad.
They weren't. They're not bad. It's just like the novelty wears off after having one.
Anything for a path tag. Yes, anything for the path tag. I'll even eat testicle for a path tag. Bull testicle. I'm going to rephrase that. For a path tag. Yes, I've done it. Jesse, what we put a link in the show notes here. What is that a link?
Yeah,
to?
I found the video of the traveling cache.
Oh, the traveling cache. Yes. There is video of me and Joshua eating the Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, I don't know where that is though.
I
don't
tell you
think
where
he
it is.
put that-
It's on Patreon. Not Patreon. It's on Periscope.
Oh yes, that was Periscope.
This is when Periscope was huge. Remember when Periscope was huge?
Oh yeah.
We Periscoped it. Yeah, I think I might have it somewhere. I have to look at my archives. If I do, I will throw it on Patreon. If I do, I promise, guys.
You need to dump that link into the show notes.
Which one? This
the video.
Oh, Jess,
Okay.
you dumped
Jesse.
it. Chad
Sure.
probably wants to watch it later. So
Exactly, and I can't click on the link in the show notes from inside this side.
from inside the show notes, or from
Right.
inside
Or probably the chat room
Little
from
chat
inside here.
Okay, it is now in the show notes as well.
Okay, so
Thank you.
that's the video of us with
That's-
Joshua.
Correct. That's the
The young
video
dude.
of the
Young dude.
traveling. Oh my gosh, we're so young and awkward.
Well, because you're not used to being in front of the camera. This is
No,
before-
I didn't
yeah,
know what to do.
Yeah, this is Jesse all pre podcast and all that. Yeah, before pre in front of the camera, now nobody knows who she is. So yes, so Chad, I've almost talked about everything. Chad, what do you got? I know you got a ton of stuff. And I'm gonna give you the last.
Okay, so I'm just going to list out my Texas challenges. There's so I already mentioned number 10, which was north of Dallas. Had the one in Port Aransas, Texas, was 11. Bastrop, Texas, was 12. Lubbock, Texas, was 13. So these were anywhere from 2.5 hours to a 9-hour drive by Google Maps.
Wait, hold on a second. What was the
By
name?
Google.
What was that one town in Texas?
They were all in Texas.
Something with a B.
Bastrop.
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 It's outside of Austin.
Jesse, you know what Bastrop, Texas is?
No.
It's the annual bridge spitting competition.
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness.
And the watermelon seed and spitting contest, and I did that there at the event. How did you know that?
Right now, Wheels 00 was in the chat room hysterically laughing at the bridge spitting competition. It's from a long time ago, from the Chicago Geocache podcast days, where me and Walt used to
We'll have to find that
surf
one.
the internet, and we found the annual bridge spitting competition. This was a real thing. We couldn't believe
Yes.
it. It actually morphed from a geocacher getting accused of murder into bridge spitting, is the road it took, and from a news story in the news section of the podcast, and it went into bridge spitting, and we went on a whole 20-minute diatribe about bridge spitting. Bastrop, Texas was the bridge. I just, when you said that, I'm like, oh my god, it just bing. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Chaz. I totally stole that. I totally
No, and I had completely forgot about that. And you mentioned it, I was like,
Chad's
oh
like, yes,
yeah,
we
we
did.
did do that.
Did you bridge spit? Did you?
Yes.
Yes, it was
Okay,
right
here
outside
you
of
go.
Austin. How did we not do it?
That's awesome. I don't know. Okay,
How did we not do it?
I have the show. It was on the 99th show, really?
Yeah, that was a 99 show. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
one before
okay,
that.
I'll throw a link, in
to that-
the
to that
chat room
film.
to that particular show.
You want to listen to that show? It is
do
not
it
family
without children around. It is not
But it
family
is.
friendly. Fair warning.
You will know what me and Walt. It is hysterically funny, that show. The old show. Yeah, that show was not family friendly. That was definitely a PG R-rated show. Yeah. Sorry, Chad. Go ahead. To you. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
And like I was saying, anywhere from 2.5 hours to 9 hour drive, depending upon which one it was.
Part of Texas.
By Google Maps. Okay, so Houston Control and I drove up to Lubbock, Texas together, and I think started at about 5:30 a.m. and we got there at 5:30 p.m. because there was an event at 5:30 p.m. And it's like we're gonna make that event, so we got I guess 3 hours of cashing in. Well, probably 4 hours of caching because Houston Control is a little lead foot, so
a little bit of a lead foot.
A little bit of a lead foot, but that's a good thing.
Yes. Okay. And so
okay. Yeah, it moves around Texas.
Right, yes.
And so it's about every year you've got different environments. Port Aransas, you got sandy beaches and stuff that you're running around on. Bastrop is almost hill country. Lubbock is out in more of the desert northwest panhandle area. So it's not desert, but dry, arid. Almost a bit more like you would think Texas is like. So different areas of Texas, so you get different caching environments. So that's one great thing about it moving around.
And that's the first one, right? That was the wasn't the first mega at the Texas one?
Yes, the Texas Challenge was the first mega event.
Right.
The one in Dallas area.
That's what I thought. Oh, Ryan says
next
year will be north of Houston there, Chad.
I think it was Texas Challenge number 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Didn't you live in Houston when you lived there?
Yeah, I lived in Houston.
Yeah.
So north of Houston, I wonder. It's probably in like what's that forest? I can't remember the name of the forest. Anyways.
And what about the ape? Didn't you get one while you were? Didn't you get an ape while you were at a mega?
So yes. So on my third trip to Going Ape,
third trip to Going Ape.
So I did two before that, both tied in with a block party. This one in 2017, when the ape cache came back out, it's like, okay, I gotta go get it. I also met up with some friends from one from this show, Bible Man Rick, who is a longtime listener. And 2 from back in Houston, a traveling geek in Emberetta. And we did a 12 icon day, 13 if you count benchmarks. And we wanted to do a 13. We wanted to do a full 13 icon day, but we couldn't get a CETO published. And there was no CETOs in the entire state. And it's like, it kept on getting rejected. We had plenty of time. It kept on getting rejected by the reviewer, but and finally after when the window got too short for us to do anything about it, the reviewer tells us every park in the state of Washington requires you to have a permit in order to host a CETO, and it's like, why didn't you tell me that the first time? I could have worked around that. So, I was doing it specifically to try to get a 13 icon day, especially when you had the 8 cache as an icon there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. God, that ape, that thing is just taunting me. That 8 cache.
And got my second tick on the 8 cache.
Go get that. Yes, we got it. I can't even do it this year. It's got to be next year sometime. I can't even do it this year. I'm telling you, I gotta get. If that thing goes away again, I'm gonna be so upset. So upset. Yeah. So, all right, guys. So, yeah, that's our mega experiences. Thanks.
I haven't even talked about my favorite.
Oh, okay. Let's hear about your.
I got to go with that one. So, going caching 2019.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's so going caching. If you don't know about it, it's completely puzzle oriented. With each year having a specific theme. In 2019, it was Message in a Bottle, which was pirate themed. We're broken up into, I think, 8 or 9 different teams led by captains out there, and I went with a group from California. Linda Number One, GBs, Sea Squirrel, Toy Cruise, Winston Forever are all patrons of the show. Also, Sea Squirrel and 18 Vallejo, who listen to the show, met up with and cached with a bunch of great cachers out there. Goblin Dust, who's famous for gadget caches out in Washington. Bounce, also famous for gadget caches out in Washington. Gear Guru, who we've had on the show.
Chad, just name dropping. Go ahead, keep going.
Bible Man Rick, GSM times 2. So I had a great time. I probably did one of the best build puzzles I've ever done, called the Coingo Cake Gadget Cache. We had, I think, 12 of us there, and we got it done in 50 minutes. And I think there's been some members who have called into the show that took 3 hours to do it. So we were basically multitasking here, kind of breaking it up in small groups, solving different parts. But that's the great thing about going caching is that the interaction between people goes on multiple levels with different puzzles and stuff. And it forces you to interact with other cachers as well. You've got the button match that's there. So you have over 1,000 cachers, and there's only about 3 or 4 people that your button actually matches with. And they look so similar that you got to really look at the hard details and stuff. And you find your button match. And when you do, you get a prize. So you spin the wheel and you get a prize. And they're not cheap prizes. This is something that the prices are good enough that you're forced into making the effort to go find your match. You also got puzzles with trading cards that you need to collect. You got to get all the captains in order to get into the escape room. Great social interaction from everything you can think of there. So that to me is what made it the best mega I've ever been to, and it was the last one that I've gone to because of COVID.
Yeah, Jess, what's our last one? Was that Midwest? No, yeah, was it? What was our last mega? Or was it West Bend?
I think it might have been West Bend.
Was it West Bend? I don't even know the last mega we went to.
Let me see, I can tell you real quick.
And it is on the agenda for this year.
And what's the next mega we're going to?
We are going to Midwest.
Yeah, is that the next one we're going to? That's not until July.
Yeah, the last one we went to was West Bend in 2019.
Oh, it's terrible. Wow, terrible. Wow, what a wasted year. All right, Chad. Well, guess what, Chad? We're going to be able to talk more about megas. You know why?
Why?
Because June is once again
Mega Month.
Mega Month. Coming back. It's been a couple of years, so we're bringing it back. Come June, we're going to be talking to all the people running megas because it's going to be, megas are going to be insane this year. So we're going to bring some mega people to talk this month. Next month. That's for June. May is going to be a normal month, but June, mega month. It's going to be a lot of fun. So look forward to that, guys. And but that's only June. We got to start with May. We got to do May first. We saw a lot of good stuff in May. We're going to start May, Chad, next week's first week of May. You know what that means, Chad?
What's that mean?
What does that mean? What do we do every first week of a month? What do we do? How do we start a month?
I think we drink some coffee.
We drink some coffee. That's right. Next week, May Casher coffee. But guess what, Chad? Even better. I'm not going to be here.
Uh-oh. Whoa, you talk about.
I'm not going to be here.
We might actually talk.
I'm going to...
might get a chance.
I am going to, I am going to be on assignment at a baseball game, so I will not be here again the second time. Sorry, guys. So, it'll be everybody call in. Let these poor souls help these poor souls out. So give us a call next week for May Cash or Coffee, and that's about it. So thank you everybody who called in. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Jesse. And that was Mega Experiences. And until next time, guys.
Wait,
What? What?
you
What?
had some. You had some.
Oh,
Um,
social
you
media.
had your socials. We had
Well,
some listeners who couldn't call in, but who commented on
yeah,
our social
only
posts. So
one
we were
because
gonna.
the second one actually did call in. So that was Shucks. Or
Oh, okay.
what was his name? Uh,
Aw,
one
snap.
of them said, "Oh snap, thank you." Oh shucks, I said, which is even a good one. If nobody's grabbed Shucks yet, grab Shucks as a catching name. That's a good one. I have attended 7 mega events and 1 giga. Midwest Geobash is one of my favorites. The thing, I gotta move this forward here. Hold on a second. The thing that about that one particularly is that my kids really, really enjoy it. We attend as a family, though my family really just puts up with my caching addiction any other days of the year. The camping ties it all together, allowing everyone to have a great weekend. That's right. See, my worst experience was at Moga. I've never been to a Moga, so I can't comment on that. The waiting and downtime before and during the awards and giveaways was terrible. The room was crowded, hot, and did I mention the wait time? So much lull doing nothing. But if you left and won a prize, you didn't get it. You had to be present to win. Oh, that's not very nice. Well, that's if it states that in the beginning, there's not much you can do about that. So there you go, guys. That's from social media. Ending it on a lull. Did on a downer. I should have done the downer one first. All right, guys. May catch your coffee next week. Thank you guys so much for calling in, and thank you for watching tonight. And we will see you guys next week. No, we'll see you Saturday. We have a show on Saturday.
Yes, we do.
So we'll see you guys on Saturday. Okay. I don't know my show notes ready because I had to read that. There we go. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cachly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the MaxSense Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Art and Crafted, and BadTags.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week. We'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones. We will talk to you guys next week. Clear. All right, there we go, Chad. Oh, look, Chess. Shorty Knits and I have so much in common. She makes it my favorite podcast.
Aw. Thank
I wasn't
you.
trying to name drop. If I was trying to name drop, I would have been talking about Miss Jen and
was-
Love and
Oh, look, he's
Jeremy
still going. There you go.
and
Keep going.
Brian.
There he goes. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. I'm just
That's funny.
giving you crap. All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys on Saturday. Be well, be safe. Well, why am I getting an echo? Is it me or am I echoing? Do you hear me echoing?
I don't hear an echo.
I
No?
don't hear it.
Maybe?
It's just you.
Jess, see, I hear it. You don't hear that.
Nope.
Jess, I think I hear you. Jesse, are you sure? Are you sure I'm coming through your cans?
You're definitely coming through my cans.
But hello,
We don't
Ed?
hear an echo.
hello.
You got something loose rattling around in there?
No, I'm telling you, man. One of you guys also has it coming through your. It's one of you too. Chad, wait, Chad, put yourself on mute.
Put my
Hello. Okay, Chad, off. You go back on. Jesse, put yourself on mute. Hello. Hello. It's Jesse. It's you. I'm hearing myself.
You know, when you talked really loud that last time, I heard it.
Wait, hello?
I hear it.
You hear it? Oh my God, I'm not going crazy. Thank you. I am not going crazy.
It's faint, but I hear it.
Yeah, wait, watch. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
There.
Yep.
Is that better? Or do you hear it?
Hold on. Hello,
Put
hello.
yourself on mute, Jesse.
Sorry, guys. Everybody else is saying no echo. I hear an echo. Hello? Hello? No,
Yeah, I'm not hearing it now.
it's you.
So
I
got a
can't,
little,
Jess, you're on mute. I can't hear you.
Sorry, I thought I was at work there.
got a little feedback from Jesse somehow.
What'd you say, Jess? Yeah, I'm picking up feedback from you. That's so weird.
Well, it's
That's really
probably
weird.
bouncing off a wall back in, and her mic's picking it up.
Maybe it's because you're. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's because you're so loud in the next room over, and I
Yeah.
have a good mic, and it's actually picking you up through the house.
We've been doing this show for years. It's never.
I'm not hearing when you're talking normally. It's just when
Yeah,
you
it's
go
when you're
really
loud.
loud. So
But we've been doing it for years, and it's never picked it up before.
Maybe you're talking
the
louder than
computer's
usual.
being a little more sensitive. So
You do have a new computer.
Your computer, that could be it. Yeah. Just too darn loud.
Yes, he is loud. I ask him to use his inside voice quite often.
What do you want to do, man? I'm a loud person. All right, guys. See, I'm not talking. I hear it now, and I'm not talking loud at all. I'm telling you. Better microphones. You kidding me? Me and Jesse have top of the line microphones. I'm wondering if it's Jesse, we got to flip. Switch.
you're on mute.
Scott, you're muted. The mute button on the bottom.
Okay.
There you
I
go.
get Jeeps
Oh my
then.
God, you're loud. Holy smokes, you have your. This is probably your problem. You have your volume turned up so high that you have to yell to hear yourself.
No, I don't.
This is
Okay,
so
so Jesse, I want you to. Okay, Jesse, I want you to talk loud. See if you can hear your echo.
I wonder if your microphone's picking up the sound from your headphones because it's so loud.
I don't think so.
That
I
could
don't want to
be.
yell. It's gonna hurt my ears.
So take. Oh my God. Is that gonna hurt your ears? I'm not talking. I'm whispering.
I know, but if I
Go.
yell, it's so
Go.
loud.
Go.
Hello?
I get an echo there. And you
So
had your headphones off, so
I definitely heard it. I think it's your settings here. Let's see.
Don't mess with my settings. No, Jesse's had a better microphone for a long time. Jesse's had a good microphone.
wow.
Oh wow, I'm echoing hardcore now.
Hello?
Hello.
What is going on?
That was weird.
Now everybody's echoing.
Yeah. Jesse broke the internet.
Jesse, you broke the internet. What are you doing?
I'm checking out your settings.
Why are you messing with my settings?
I'm just looking to see what your settings are. Your settings are different than mine.
Yeah, they have to be different than yours. Don't touch anything.
I'm just looking.
Yeah, we're still. Oh my, yeah, we still. Oh, I forget. We're still broadcasting.
Oh yeah.
See, GSM2 can hear the
We've
echoes.
got 24 people watching us, yelling.
Watching
hello.
us. All right, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out on Saturday.
Computer.
We'll figure
See,
it out.
this is what happens when you change things. This is what happens.
I know. When you mess with the system, we'll have to have a patron show and fix it again. Is this Jess? Can you end the broadcast? Can I end the broadcast from sitting here?
Broadcast. Yeah.
Can I really?
Sure.
Oh, how interesting. All right, guys. Do I sound different? Chad, do I sound any different on this mic? Do I sound
Sorry.
any different on this mic?
You sound normal as opposed to not overly loud.
Oh, really? How does Jesse sound? Jesse, speak.
Hello, hello.
Does Jesse sound louder?
She sounds a little bit louder, but yeah, I think you have the stuff turned up way too high on your
No,
end.
dude. But when it goes through the whole system, I sound fine. I'm not louder than you. When you go listen to a show, I'm not louder than you. I'm also not doing my show voice right now. I'm doing a normal voice. Here, hey Jed, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy?
Dude.
This is the normal voice. This is the normal show voice.
Do your normal voice, Jesse.
Hello, hello, hello. This is my normal voice. You know what?
Okay.
You know what's weird?
What's
Why
weird?
why can't you hear yourself in these headphones?
I can hear myself. You just turn the sound down too low.
I didn't touch anything. I don't
Oh,
hear myself at
I
all.
can hear myself. I can hear myself.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think your settings are
Oh.
kind of goofy with your new computer here.
Well, it has nothing to do with the computer. It has everything to do with the board to your left.
I didn't touch anything.
No, it's the board is what it is.
So
Okay.
if the delay is non-existent, then you almost shouldn't hear yourself through the cans, even though the audio is coming back through the cans.
Remember the good old days with sound check calls?
We might be going back to those days.
Oh, one of the perks of being a patron. You get like free shows. You get this for like 45 minutes. That's what you get.
Literally. Isn't it
Trying to
exciting?
fix stuff. Yeah, that's how we fix it. All right. We're good enough. I gotta get this show online. So
Yeah,
I
we
gotta
got
end
stuff
this.
to do.
We got things to. Yeah, we gotta pack coins.
We gotta get some coins out to the mail.
Yeah, we
We
gotta get
started
coins in
and
the mail.
then
Get you patrons your coins. They're coming soon, guys. Coming soon.
So
All right, guys.
is Joshua just that tall? I know he's taller than me, but he
No,
makes
he really
you
isn't
look
that tall.
really.
I'm just
makes
really
you
short.
look really that short. Okay.
No, I'm just really short.
Josh,
dude,
I'm
like
Sorry,
5'5".
I'm busy
5'5",
looking at the
dude.
video. 5'5".
I'm like
Okay.
5'5". Yeah,
Okay.
I'm short.
So
that's the normal height.
Yeah, Josh's like 5'7".
okay.
I mean, I had a dream Joshua retired from making videos.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's sad.
I saw him and he's like, I'm done. I'm stopping. I'm like, really? Why? He's like, oh, well, done. It's been 10 years. I'm done. Yeah, man. All right, cool, dog. It kind of stinks, but yeah, yeah. Oh, that's crazy. And I just remembered that when we talked about Joshua during the show, it popped in my head. I'm like, oh my god, I totally had a dream about Joshua, about him retiring from doing vlogs of all things. So, all right, yeah, coins are coming, guys. Don't worry, I promise. Coins are coming. All right, guys, we'll talk. See you Saturday. Bye. Bye, Chad. Bye, Jesse. Well, I guess she'll still be on. Bye, guys. Bye, internet. Oh, Jesse touched something. What'd you touch, Jess?
I hung up from the call-in studio.
Yeah, the call-in studio stuff was coming through really loud earlier.
Yeah, that was.
But I gotta see if it's coming through loud.
Hello. No,
Hello?
that's still happening. I thought maybe that.
All
thought
right, guys.
maybe I fixed it.
Bye, internet. Let's
All right,
get out the
goodbye.
internet. Bye, internet.